Greetings my children, today I will tell you a story about a woman by name Ma Baker. If you're not familiar with the name Ma Baker, upon hearing it, you may be met with mental images of an old-time, matronly woman in an apron, standing by a linoleum countertop, plate of buttermilk biscuits in hand, with a mild, yet warm smile on her face. Decades of pop culture conditioning from art and commercialism often paint the stereotype of Southern women of a certain time frame, and while some say there was some truth to it in the case of Ma Baker, many have said Ma Baker was anything but the case. Some say the true image of crime matriarch Ma Baker is one that mirrors Bonnie Parker of Bonnie and Clyde, Tommy guns, car chases, robberies, kidnappings, and a penchant for defying authority to the end, and instilled this nature on her many sons, men born and raised to live the lifestyle she relished, and one that helped Baker carry out her antics. Advertisement so, which picture most accurately represents the truth of Ma Baker's life? Historians say the truth is likely somewhere in the middle. Records indicate Ma Baker was born in 1873 to John and Marlene Clark in Ash Grove, Missouri. According to Britannica, her name at birth was Arizona Donnie Clark, but she'd later be known as Kate Baker, after marrying George Baker when she was 19, giving birth to 4 sons in the marriage: future criminals Herman (1893–1927), Lloyd (1897–1949), Arthur (1899–1939), and Fred (1901–1935), the oldest of which was just 52 years of age. Historians say the Baker family was against conventional education and that most of them were more or less illiterate, but the family had common sense and was resourceful. Some of Baker's sons were committing their crimes before even having reached adolescence. The first known arrest came in 1910, when Herman Baker was arrested and charged after running over a child with a getaway car during a highway robbery. Over the course of the 1910s and 1920s, the brothers would commit increasingly worse crimes, from simple robberies to organized crime with the Central Park Gang. Advertisement first family tragedy came in 1927 when eldest son Herman Baker took his own life to avoid being caught by authorities. They say he was being pursued after shooting a policeman in the mouth during a robbery. During this time, the Baker marriage would fall apart, as Ma Baker is described to have become loose with local men, and her wild antics in public were said to have alienated her tamer husband. More trouble came for the family in 1931. When they were forced to flee Missouri after the sons killed Sheriff C. Roy Kelly in West Plains, Missouri. The family relocated to areas in Illinois, Minnesota, and Wisconsin, with Ma Baker sometimes being hidden in hotel rooms away from her sons due to her penchant for attempting to scare off their girlfriends. In 1935, authorities successfully arrested Arthur Baker in Chicago, and from his possessions, were able to obtain the knowledge that Ma Baker and her youngest son Fred, along with other gang members, were hiding out in Florida. According to the Florida Sheriff's Association, when authorities surrounded the house, reports indicate they were not aware the 2 Bakers were the only occupants. A gunfight broke out, lasting several hours, so long that historians say locals brought picnic lunches to watch the events transpire. The gunfight ended when Fred Baker was shot multiple times and Ma Baker was taken down with a single gunshot. Her body was allegedly found gripping a Tommy gun, her final moment a symbol of her legacy of crime in the public enemy era, though other reports say it was simply lying near her body. Kate Ma Baker, right, and one of her 4 sons, Fred Baker, 32, are shown in the morgue, their bodies riddled with bullets, after a 6-hour machine gun battle with federal agents in Ocklawaha, Florida, January 16, 1935. The attendants and manager right are not identified. AP photo: Kate Ma Baker, right, and one of her 4 sons, Fred Baker, 32, are shown in the morgue, their bodies riddled with bullets, after a 6-hour machine gun battle with federal agents in Ocklawaha, Florida, January 16, 1935. The attendants and manager right are not identified. AP photo: Moretti. Question is, how much was Ma Baker actually involved in gang activity and her children's crimes? The answer you get will vary depending on the source. As previously mentioned, officials like famed FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover once called Ma Baker a criminal mastermind, while some historians, as well as the testimonies of the sons that survived her and fellow gang members, indicate Ma Barker was less involved in the crimes and more of a supporting figure. It is known that Ma Barker never killed anyone herself and was often not present for the actual crimes that her sons committed. Advertisement. While Hollywood adaptations of the Barker family story like Ma Barker's Killer Brood 1960 and Bloody Mama 1970 depict Barker as a brutal, bloodthirsty criminal, smugly blasting a Tommy gun with a defiant glare, it is more likely, according to historians, that these adaptations were mostly, if not entirely fictional, and some may go as far to say that Barker was painted as a figurehead by the FBI at the time to publicly justify her killing, but this is disputed. More news. Yellowstone tourist suffers consequences after getting too close to bison. I don't feel bad, not one bit. The cool down 290. Get top forex trading strategies from an industry expert with this free book. Derive.co. Maiden eyelash technician accepted a last-minute appointment. She woke up days later poisoned by cheesecake. Exclusive, People 162. The whole truth of the Ma Barker story will probably never be truly known. But it is always true that Kate Ma Barker is one infamous Missourian that will always be remembered as a woman who paid no mind to conforming to authority, and lived a wild, adventure-filled life of crime in an era when such lifestyle was mainly associated with men.